Now, governments of Ghana and Togo have come to a consensus to reaffirm their international borderlines. This is to ensure a clear demarcation of the land borders of both countries. 50 international boundary pillars would be constructed along the international boundary lines from Aflao to Akano in Ghana and from Lome to Nuepe in Togo. This forms the first phase of the reaffirmation exercise supported by GIZ Africa Union Border Program. There's more in this report by Fred Kwame Asare.
Pillars were first erected on the international boundary lines of Ghana and Togo in 1929 and later in 1975. However, human and natural activities have eroded most of the pillars erected on the international boundary lines. In line with this, both countries saw the need to reaffirm the international boundary lines to clearly indicate the land borders, help security officials identify their limits, prevent land encroachment, among others. A joint land boundary reaffirmation technical committee has thus been instituted, tasked to undertake the reaffirmation exercise. As part of the exercise, the committee would undertake sensitization programs in Ghana and Togo, launch and supervise the construction of 50 international boundary pillars from Aflao to Akano in Ghana and from Lome to Nuepe in Togo. Speaking at the sensitization program in Aflao, the German ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Daniel Kroll, detailed that the GIZ Africa Union Border Program supported the exercise with the sole aim of preventing conflict.
And so for us, our engagement, our assistance to this program of the African Union and to this program that will start here today, it is about conflict prevention. We want to help to make life easier in border regions. It is not about dividing, it's not about taking people, families apart, it's just about making a clear demarcation, the base for more legal cross-border cooperation and flows.
The national coordinator of the Ghana Boundary Commission, Major General Emmanuel Kotia, detailed that 4 kinds of international pillars would be erected.
And it has been mentioned and clarified that what we are doing is reaffirmation. We are not coming in to redemarcate our boundaries. The first pillar is a singular one that is going to be like a monument. It's going to be pillar 1. That is going to be between Aflao and Lome, and it's not very far from this direction. And that is called pillar 1. It's also called the land boundary terminus. That is the last pillar that terminates into the maritime domain of Ghana and Togo. So that is pillar 1. And the design of that pillar is completely different. Apart from that pillar, we are going to have 3 main boundary pillars. Depending on the nature of the ground, they could be dispersed from 6 kilometers to 13 kilometers. And there are going to be 3 main pillars running from this area up to Akano. And we are going to have intermediate pillars between the main pillars. We have introduced another new dimension. Probably this is the first time we're introducing it in Africa between Ghana and Togo. What we are going to introduce is that we're going to have border crossing pillars. Now, what we realize between us and our Togolese counterparts is that at the various crossing sites where we have our immigration officials and counterparts from Togo deployed, sometimes when there is no pillar, it's very difficult for you to determine the boundary line. So what we are doing is that at every crossing point, we are going to have a pillar there, irrespective of the intermediate boundary pillar or the main pillars. So that is an understanding. So that at every crossing point at Sele, at Poglo, you will see, from the Ghana side, you will see a pillar there called a border crossing pillar there. In total, we expected to construct approximately no more than 50 pillars, of course. And that is going to form the first phase of the pillar.
The Volta Regional Minister, Dr. Archibald Lecha, underscored the importance of the boundary reaffirmation exercise.
Permit me to state that the joint reaffirmation of the international boundary line will also serve as a tool for safeguarding the peace and security of both Ghana and Togo, considering the nature of emerging security threats emanating along the West African region. In recent times, emerging security issues and cross-border crimes, such as terrorism, smuggling, human trafficking, proliferation of small arms and light weapons, drug trafficking, armed robbery, among others, have engulfed the West African region. It is therefore imperative that Ghana and Togo reaffirm our boundaries to prevent the prevalence of transnational organized crimes across the borders.
The rep of the Togolese local government minister, Bakai Boaibadi, assured of the cooperation and support of the Togolese government towards the success of the exercise. Citizens along the boundaries were urged to report activities that may threaten the existence of the international boundary pillars. The Joint Land Boundary Reaffirmation Technical Committee would undertake the construction of the 50 international pillars between 12 and 28 May 2022. Fred Kwame Asari, JoyNews.